Walmart Plus, according to Retail Dive, or as I like to call it, Walmart Double Negative, appears to be doing quite well after its launch. After only 5 months, remember this thing started in September, the data research group, the Consumer Intelligence Research Partners, I love that name, the SERP, suggests that a mere 5 months after the program began, that Walmart Plus already has between 7.4 million and 8.2 million members. Those decimal points are really important in that versus just 7 to 8 million members. On average, they estimate that Walmart Plus members are spending $1,000 per year on Walmart.com, which is roughly equivalent to what you see with Amazon and Amazon Prime. And what also blew me away in the research that they were sharing was that they estimate that 13 to 14% of all purchases on Walmart.com are now coming from Walmart Plus members. And what do you think about this data?
I think that this information is promising for the program, but and I think grocery delivery and keeping those services as a part of this free delivery, you talked forever about like, how do you start thinking about the Sam's Club integrations and other parts of this to make this a more compelling offer. But for me, I think they really need to keep the pedal on the gas here to stay competitive. Like, this is great for the first year, but a lot is changing, especially within the last couple of podcasts that we've done just in the marketplace realm, that if they aren't figuring out another way to keep kind of pushing on this, I don't know that we see these numbers maintain, especially post-pandemic.
That's a good point. You're right. It is 5 months old, but it's also nothing new in 5 months. So yeah, if Walmart's listening, which I know they do, like, yeah, that's something. Like, what are you coming out with next? Like, I need some hook here, because you're right. Like, I don't really get it. That's a really great point. I hadn't thought about that. Emma, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still waiting for the point where there's something cool enough where I'm like, I'm going to sign up for this. And I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but I definitely agree there just has to be more coming in order to really keep up with Prime or get to that level.
Yeah, keep up with Prime or just all this. Yeah, I mean, I like that's a great point too. Like we talked about last week. Like, yeah, if I can go on Shipt or Instacart and I can also get GNC and Best Buy and Sephora and Ulta maybe with Target, like God knows what else, right? Like, yeah, that's a compelling point of differentiation again. Like, yeah, Walmart, you got to come with something here pretty quick. The other thing it tells me too is, do you remember the early research that came out where there was another company called People Say or People Say?
Oh, remember that? Could I forget that? No.
Who can forget that? It's just rolls off the tongue.
It's obviously PIPLSAY, right?
Yeah, like Pipple, like Pippin, the famous literary character. But like that said that 11% of Americans had already had Walmart Plus, which based on this research, that would be way off. But I do think we should give Walmart some kudos here. I think if you look at, just that number, let's say it's, 7 to 8, million people strong, Disney Plus worldwide, I think they just released their numbers. It's only like 80, 90 million people. And so, I think when you put that in comparison, 10% of that number after only 5 months, I don't know. I don't have many comparisons to put it against. Prime has pretty much the whole country already. And it's pretty strong. I mean, so you got to give them credit out of the gate. But your point, yeah, I think that point's awesome. Like, how do you keep your foot on the gas and just make sure this thing's jamming?